Hey guys, I am so excited for today's video because we're going to be doing my favorite thing ever, which is talking about Noah. I mainly wanted this video to be an update on Noah because honestly, I haven't done one in forever. I don't even think I've done one in the last year, which is insane. I uploaded so many pregnancy updates when I was pregnant with him, and then when he was born, I did give you guys updates on him, and then it just kind of stopped because life got hard. And every time I post him on Instagram or anything like that, people are so confused. They're like, why is he so big? And sometimes I look at him and I'm like, why are you so big? But he's big. He is turning 4 in August. Oh my God. I decided to ask you guys on Instagram stories if you have any questions about Noah and or the pregnancy, because I could make an entire video updating on Noah, but I feel like it's going to be pretty quick. So I just wanted to make sure and answer any questions about my pregnancy that I forgot to answer in my pregnancy announcement video. By the way, if you don't know, surprise, I'm pregnant. I'm actually 14 weeks pregnant today when I'm filming this, and I get to hear the baby's heartbeat on the Doppler. I'll show you guys a clip of that. Very exciting stuff. There's a lot of stuff you guys ask me, so we're just gonna answer it. It's not necessarily a Q&A though. I'm just gonna sprinkle in questions in between me talking about Noah and just, you know what we do on this channel. We just talk shit. There's no structure to anything. We have a very, very exciting sponsor for today's video, HelloFresh. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit, and they make cooking at home super fun, super easy, and affordable. There's no grocery stores, no stressful meal planning, just everything that you need to prepare a wholesome, delicious meal, all delivered to your door. HelloFresh offers so many recipes to choose from each week to help you break out of your recipe rut. It cuts out stressful meal planning and prepping so you can enjoy cooking and get dinner on the table in usually about 30 minutes, sometimes under, depending on the recipe, but it's very, very quick. HelloFresh's pre-portioned ingredients means that there's less prep for you and less wasted food, and you can easily change your delivery days or your food preferences and skip a week whenever you want. And honestly, the reason why I personally have a HelloFresh subscription is because I love to cook, but I absolutely hate coming up with meals to cook. I hate trying to come up with new ideas and then I have to write the grocery list. Oh my God, no thank you. So go to HelloFresh.com and use my code JessieSmiles12 to get 12 free meals, including free shipping. And yeah, thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. Okay, so let's talk about Mr. Noah, because I feel like we have so much to catch up on, and rather than me just rambling on about him, because I could ramble on about him for 45 years, I'm just gonna kind of dive into what you guys want to know about him, and I think I know, more or less. Yeah, a lot of you guys want to know about his speech delay and if he's still delayed with speech. If you don't know, when Noah was around a year and a half old, we noticed that he was speech delayed, so he was hitting all the rest of his milestones, but with speech he was behind. He was kind of stuck in the mama, dada stage. He wasn't really going beyond that. And also, he wasn't really communicating non-verbally with us at the time because he was so young, so he wasn't able to tell us what he wanted at that time. And although he's matured so much, he's improved with speech a lot, he's still delayed, very, very much so. But even though he's delayed in speech, he has improved so much, so he can count to 10, he can say, I want blank. He'll repeat after you almost anything. Sometimes, obviously, it doesn't come out right, but he tries to repeat after you, which was a thing we were struggling with for a long time. He kind of wasn't understanding that when you're saying, say this, that meant for you to say it. He just kind of would look at us what do you want me to do? But he just communicates with us so well. Literally when he gets angry at me, he's pointing his finger nah, 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 and I don't know what he's saying, but he's saying something. If he wants food, he'll bring his plate to you, or he'll straight up go in the fridge himself, get himself a snack. And he understands perfectly. When we're telling him, hey, we can't go outside yet because of this, you can tell he's processing it, and he doesn't just freak out anymore. He used to just freak out. If we would tell him no, he would just get on the floor and start crying. And now he kind of just looks at us and understands why we're saying it. So I think a lot of that has to do with maturity. He's turning 4 years old, like I said, but I think a lot of it is he's improving with speech. And even though he doesn't know how to say everything, I think he understands a lot more than he can say. If you whisper the word diaper to him, he's gone. He's a runner, he's a track star. But honestly, for us, it's been amazing that he's been able to understand us and speak to us a little bit, because it's relieved so much of that anger that he had. He used to be so frustrated all the time, and he's just doing so much better. When he does get frustrated, I can talk him through it. I'm like, hey buddy, we're gonna take deep breaths, and he does it with me and lays on me and just hugs me for comfort. He's just so much more mature. I can't take it. And as far as any answers as to why he's delayed, we're hoping to get them soon. We've been trying to get Noah evaluated for possible nonverbal autism or sensory processing disorder in our area, and it's been a fucking nightmare. I'm not even gonna lie. The one center that is like super highly accredited and has amazing reviews that does do evaluations, like doesn't want to take us. Every time I call, they're like, we're booked, sorry. And then they just like hang up on me and I'm like, okay. However, I feel like no matter what the diagnosis is, we're gonna be doing the same thing. Like occupational therapy is such a great therapy for kids with sensory issues, autism, anything. And then we're gonna start adding speech on top of that. He's gonna go to school, which is gonna, I just know it's gonna be amazing. I'm sure in the beginning it's gonna be like an adjustment. You know, there's probably gonna be some things that will go a little wrong or whatever. But we've had a couple play dates with kids in this area, and the first time Noah's always a little iffy about it. Like he loves to be around kids, but he may be a little too rough, or he'll be like wanting to hug everyone or kiss everyone. But then the second or third time that he's seen the same kids, he'll just kind of be like, oh, okay, these are my friends. I don't have to like go crazy hugging them. I'll see them again. So I think once he gets used to school, I think he's gonna do great. He literally wants to copy kids. He goes up to kids and like sees what they're doing and tries to like fit in and do what they're doing so that they like him, which is very Leo of him. So yeah, I think that answers the speech delay question. If we've gotten a diagnosis, I don't know if I'm missing anything. I don't think I am. A lot of you guys are actually asking about Noah's glasses. So some people were asking like, how did we realize that Noah needed glasses, especially if he's nonverbal? And basically the answer is he started going cross-eyed. Literally from one day to the next, we just started noticing that his right eye was turning in anytime he tried to focus on something. So we ended up taking him to a pediatric optometrist that actually specializes in developmental delays. I did not know that existed. And if you're curious, because I was definitely curious, like how do they give nonverbal kids glasses? Because I have glasses, but like when I get a prescription, they put different lenses and you have to say if you see better or worse. Like it's a whole thing. But basically with nonverbal kids, there's just a different way of doing it. Like she holds up prescriptions to his eye and shines a light and sees how his eyes respond. It was bizarre. She let us know that he's probably been struggling with his vision for a long time, but we couldn't tell because he wasn't crossing his eye and obviously he couldn't speak, and that the cross eye only kind of started now because he's struggling so hard to focus. So we got the glasses, and when we first put them on, I was worried that it was the wrong prescription because he kept trying to take them off. He really didn't like them, especially for like farsightedness, which is what he is. He's farsighted. But over the course of like a week, we were consistent. We kept trying to put them on him, and now he wears them all day. Like literally he just takes them off to sleep and shower, and that's it. And we're so happy because he does not cross his eye at all if he has his glasses on. What's something funny that Noah always does? I actually really like that question. So he does a lot of funny shit, but something that's like annoying in the moment, but it's funny when you look back on it, is that Noah will wait for whoever's taking care of him to have to pee. Like let's say my husband is taking care of him and my husband has to use the bathroom. He'll leave the door open so he can still kind of like know where Noah is, but Noah knows like this person's peeing, they can't get up or walk away from the toilet for at least a minute. So he takes that one opportunity and he fucking books it upstairs. I mean, you hear his little legs just like and he runs into like whatever room is open. And usually it's our room, and he'll go under our covers and just wait for someone to come and find him. It's so cute. He's so funny. Ouch. Papas. Ouch. Does Noah understand that he's having a sibling, or does he not care? Girl, he does not care. I don't think he understands, to be fair. But I do know that he knows what a baby is because he knows how to say it. He knows what they are. Like he's seen many babies. He knows what a baby is. I do think he's going to do great when she comes. I just think there's going to be a little adjustment period. One of our family members had a little baby girl, and so I was actually holding like a newborn baby in front of Noah. And although he was very intrigued by the baby and he did want to see her and like just like stroke her arm, he was very gentle. He was great with her. He did get a little frustrated. Like once we had been around the baby for a few hours, like I was holding her and he would try to get my arms like to make me stop holding her. He wanted me to be with him. So I do foresee some issues there as far as like attention goes, but I also feel like that's super normal. And I think ultimately he'll be so excited because he just loves children so much. And on that same note, I've gotten a few questions of like, did he understand when I lost my last pregnancy? And no, not at all. And honestly, I'm super grateful for that because it made the process a lot easier, not having to watch him be sad about it, his heartbreak, like that would have ruined me. So the fact that he didn't really know that I was pregnant and therefore lost that pregnancy, it just made everything so much easier. So yeah, he did not understand what happened. We didn't like tell him or anything. And I'm gonna answer some pregnancy questions now, but I'm probably gonna jump back and forth because they're all kind of scattered everywhere. Are you going to be having a C-section or VBAC with baby girl? Complicated answer. Actually, it's not that complicated. When I did my last pregnancy announcement video, I said I was gonna do a VBAC, or I was gonna shoot for a VBAC, and honestly, I have decided I just wanna do a C-section. And I know there's so many successful VBAC stories, and I really wanted to try it. I wanted to experience a vaginal birth. I was like, I can totally do this. But you know what? I don't want to do that. My C-section was an emergency C-section with Noah, which was so chaotic and pretty traumatic, and a lot of things did not go according to plan. So I feel like deciding I want a C-section and knowing that beforehand, I have so much time to like mentally prepare. Everything is scheduled. I don't know. I don't want to do a VBAC. And I'm going to be completely honest, it is strictly because of my mental health issues. I have felt myself kind of struggling in this pregnancy. Ever since last summer, I have not felt like super okay. I want to take care of myself. I don't want to put myself through something I don't feel mentally strong enough to do. I feel like a VBAC is totally possible, but I also feel like it takes a lot of determination. You have to be in a good headspace. Like, you know, you have to feel like you can do it. And I just don't feel like I can do it. But yeah, that's just how I feel. I don't know. Oh my God. Someone just asked, how gassy are you? Okay, girl. I'm not that gassy. Thank you for asking. TMI, but whatever. When you're pregnant, like for me, the gas just gets trapped. That's the annoying part. Like, bitch, just come out one way or the other, but like, don't get trapped in there. That shit's painful. Babies literally just plant themselves in the middle of all your organs and say, figure it out, bitch. What are some of the things that Noah does that makes you see yourself and your husband in him? I absolutely love this question. I hate sharing my food. I don't like to share my food with anyone. And Noah, oh my God. Noah literally hoards food. He loves croissant breakfast sandwiches, so like egg and cheese croissants. And he will not only eat his, but he will go to my husband and take his fucking croissant and put it on his plate. Like, now I have 2 croissants. And all of that is very me. Like, that is exactly how I am with food. And every time I do it, my husband's like, no wonder Noah's like that. But me and Nasim are like super spicy individuals. Like, we're both like strong personalities. Nasim's super stubborn. He's a Taurus. I'm just intense as fuck for no reason. And yeah, Noah's both of those things. He's just like literally a combined version of like super intense and stubborn as fuck. Are you afraid the baby will have the same reflux issue that Noah had? That is an interesting question, because yes, I am. If you don't know, when Noah was a newborn baby, he had horrible acid reflux up until he was honestly like a year old. And I don't think I've told you guys just how bad it got, because in the moment I didn't know if I wanted to share that or not. But there was times where Noah would choke so bad that we thought he like passed out. I mean, it would be so bad and so worrying. It was so scary to sleep knowing that Noah had acid reflux. That was like a whole terrifying thing on its own. And yeah, I'm obviously scared it's gonna happen again. Having a newborn baby is terrifying enough. They are the most fragile things ever. But having a newborn baby that has reflux and is constantly just like projectile vomiting and choking, I mean, oh my God. Someone asked if I would have another child after I give birth to Amelie, and I'm gonna be honest, no. I mean, in the words of Justin Bieber, never say never, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I am not trying to be outnumbered by children. It's so exhausting to be a parent to 1 child. Now we're gonna have 2 children. That's enough. Anyway, guys, I'm exhausted. I feel like I've answered like 2 questions, but I'm so fucking tired. So that's it for today's video. I need to take a nap. It's actually 8 p.m. I could literally fall asleep right now, wake up at 10 p.m. and then just go back to sleep for the whole night. Like, I could sleep the whole day. Oh my God, that would be so delicious. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you for everything. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you soon. Bye.